Hypnosis and reality, how experiments on consciousness change our perception of the world. This can't be true, else you might say, but your brain has already fallen for the illusion. What if the reality you see is just a program that can be rewritten? Imagine this. You're holding a hot object, but you feel no pain, or you're hearing music that doesn't exist. Hypnosis isn't just a show. It's a tool capable of altering perception, emotions, and even memory. How far can hypnosis go? Can it erase fears, change personality, or even control our will? Today, we'll explore the most mysterious experiments on consciousness that prove reality is not what it seems. Are you ready to discover how the magic of the mind works? Then let's dive in. Have you ever wondered how fragile our reality is? How easily can our perception of the world be changed by simply adjusting our consciousness? Imagine a simple object before you, let's say an apple. You know its color, smell, taste. You're certain it exists because you see it right in front of you. But what if someone tells you that the apple isn't there? More than that, within minutes, your mind starts believing it. You look into the emptiness and the apple disappears. No one took it away. It simply dissolved in your consciousness as if it had never existed. This is how hypnosis works. It's not magic or a mystical ritual, but a real tool for influencing perception. In skilled hands, hypnosis can alter memory, emotions, and even physical sensations. And if you think it's just suggestion, you're deeply mistaken. Scientific research shows that under hypnosis, the brain truly restructures its functions. A person doesn't just imagine, they literally feel non-existent things, fail to notice the obvious, and even radically change their behavior. One of the most fascinating experiments on this subject involved a group of volunteers. Participants were put into a hypnotic state and told their hand was numb. Then, a heated object was pressed against their skin, but none of them felt pain. And this wasn't just an act. Their brain scans showed that the pain processing areas remained inactive. In other words, they weren't pretending. Their brain genuinely believed there was no pain. But even more astonishing is that hypnosis can not only suppress sensations, but also create them. In another experiment, participants were told they were standing on an ocean shore. They were made to believe they could hear the waves, feel the warm sand beneath their feet, and smell the salty sea air. And incredibly, their brains reacted as if it were real. The areas responsible for hearing, touch, and smell were activated. The person was literally experiencing this reality, even though they were physically inside a laboratory. This raises a crucial question. If our brains can be so easily tricked, is reality truly objective, or is everything we see, hear, and feel just an interpretation created by our minds? Perhaps hypnosis isn't just a tool of influence, but a key to understanding how our reality is formed. And this is where things get even more intriguing. Scientists have explored how far hypnosis can go in altering perception. It turns out that hypnosis can not only change sensations, but also erase memories. For example, in one study, participants were hypnotized and told they had never met a particular person, even though they had spoken with them just minutes earlier. After hypnosis, they looked at this person and sincerely had no idea who they were. Their memory had been completely rewritten. But if memories can be erased, can they also be implanted? The answer is yes. In other experiments, volunteers under hypnosis remembered events that had never happened. They spoke about meetings that never took place and places they had never been. Even more astonishing, their brains processed these false memories the same way as real ones. The line between reality and imagination became completely blurred. All of this proves that our memory, perception, and even personality are not fixed. They are flexible constructs that can be changed if one knows how to influence them. Hypnosis is one of the tools that reveals just how plastic our consciousness truly is. But how safe are these experiments? Can altering perception too much accidentally harm a person? And can hypnosis be used not just for manipulation, but for beneficial purposes, such as overcoming fears, breaking bad habits, or eliminating negative thought patterns? We'll explore this further. So what does all of this tell us about how hypnosis affects the mind? First and foremost, it proves that the boundaries of our reality are far more flexible than they appear. What we consider to be objective truth may simply be a result of how our brain processes information, and this processing can be changed. But most importantly, if hypnosis can implant fears, alter memory, or even remove pain, why not use it for our own benefit? If a person can be convinced of non-existent limitations, then surely they can also be freed from real ones. Many people have used hypnosis to overcome phobias, anxiety, bad habits, and even chronic pain. This isn't magic. It's just a way to communicate with the deeper layers of the mind, directing them toward a positive outcome. Does this mean we can fully control our reality? Perhaps not entirely, but we can certainly change our reaction to it. Our fears, doubts, and insecurities are also just mental programs that can be rewritten. The thoughts that hold us back are simply beliefs that can be replaced with stronger, more empowering ones. So the key question is, what beliefs are shaping your life? What if the obstacle you see as impossible is actually just a false suggestion that can be changed? What if your potential is far greater than you think? Ultimately, the power of the mind lies in understanding that reality is not set in stone. It is flexible. It can be influenced. And if no one else is taking control, why not take it into your own hands? If you're curious to learn more about the power of the mind, consciousness, and the methods that allow us to reshape our perception of the world, subscribe to the channel. Here we talk about what truly matters, the inner strength that can transform reality. Thank you for joining me today, and remember, the only limits are the ones in your mind. See you in the next episode.